I loved this movie so much. It was incredibly truthful and human, and you are so brilliant at creating complex subtext in the stillness of a scene. Um, so how did the intimacy of the cab and essentially working in one very compact location give you kind of the creative freedom to discover those nuances without so many kind of external distractions?
It was just that, really. It was how contained the environment was on set made it feel very real. It really felt like I was alone in the back of a cab with this guy that I was somehow becoming very familiar with. So, the way that we shot the film on a stage, and then even just the the set was inside of a taxi cab, and you don't really leave there. So it was it was just a very, like, the nuanced performance, I think, was really supported by how contained the set was.
Absolutely. This film for me felt very much like an invitation to connect, to create spaces for ourselves, to talk about the things out loud that maybe we're ashamed of, or whatever it may be. As both an actor and producer on this project, was there a catharsis component stepping into her shoes and telling a story that really emphasizes connection?
Yeah, absolutely. I really crave watching cinema about human connection and um, humanity. So yes, for sure, that's so much of why I wanted to make this film.
Yeah, I was talking to Christy about how this film almost it sounds dramatic, but it kind of restored my faith in storytelling. Um, and like some of my favorite movies, it just puts character first and foremost. And obviously, I think like a lot of that is her background in theater, and it felt very much like watching a play, and it gave you that intimacy that I think we crave so much, which was just well, your profound performance just was a perfect match for that setting.
Thank you.
I'd love to quickly talk about the specificities of your character from like the aesthetics of her. Her nails were kind of mesmerizing, and the cell phone cover and just the way that you touched your neck, just all those felt very purposeful. Can you talk about kind of those choices and crafting that?
Yeah, I think, I mean, when we were in prep and we were trying to figure out Girlie's look, I was like, I think she's blonde. She
Mm.
just feels blonde to me. So we made this incredible wig. And then my nails, yeah, I just felt like that was her. I don't know. We had a sort of, I made a mood board, and Christy and I talked through things, and it was like, she's a little bit different. She's a modern woman. She's very much like, I'm just going to be who I want to be, and clearly she loves these like weird, like dreamy colors. So because she's a coder, I figured she'd probably want to look at something rad all day. Obviously, you're not supposed to look at your fingers when you type, I know, but she's they're also sexy, and she's sexual, and she's provocative, and she's, so there was like, since you're not seeing her body and there's no physicality, it was like, how do we add little details to her look and to who she is that give you little a little bit more detail.
Right. It felt very much like she was feminine, she was masculine, she was kind of like all of these things. And it really, like, she, from the moment that you kind of step on screen to when she gets in the cab, you're like, oh, you're not gonna be able to like box in this woman or like allow,
Yes.
and it was incredibly powerful. Um, but that's my time. I could talk about this movie forever. It truly meant so much to me. It affected me so much. So thank you so
Yeah.
much.
That's so kind. Thank you. I'm glad you liked
The
it.